What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another episode of the Keynote Cafe with your host, Lavelle Powell, composer, producer, songwriter, screenwriter, film composer, musical artist, etc., etc., etc. That's me. That's what I do. And also show host, by the way, huh? Of course. Welcome to the Keynote Cafe, everybody. I'm so glad to have you all here. Not only for me to be graced by your presence again, but so that you can enjoy my next guest. My next guest is someone whose music has transcended generations, whose music will outlast all of us. She's written such a slew of tremendous hits and unforgettable hits. My guest is Vinnie Barrett, the incredible, the incomparable Vinnie Barrett. A beautiful soul, one of the most kind-hearted, well-intentioned individuals that I've had the pleasure of speaking with. I so enjoyed this interview with Vinnie Barrett, and we got lost in time, because the words that she shared were so valuable, right? And one of the things that I picked up on Miss Barrett is that she cares very deeply about people in general. She cares about others who are in this industry, who are whether they're first timers trying to build their own legacy, or whether they're already established in the industry. She's a person who genuinely cares about everyone's success, and she shared some of the most deeply and profound bits of information that I think everybody will benefit from. But just to give you a little bit of a rundown on Vinnie Barrett, I like to let the artists, the guests themselves sort of tell their own story, but I'm just going to kind of do a little rough draft version of some of her accomplishments, okay? She has won 5 gold platinum records, 4 gold albums, a diamond album. Okay, she's received an AFTRA Award, 1975. She won Best Rhythm and Blues Awards for her song Love Won't Let Me Wait, which, by the way, was done by Major Harris, that she wrote along with her co-writer Bobby Eli. 7 Broadcast Music Award for Airplay. She's won the BMI Millionaires Award for Love Won't Let Me Wait. The BMI Millionaires Award for Sideshow. I mean, hey, she has a lot of accomplishments, a lot of things here that she's done that it's just incredible. Just like one of the most, this is what you aspire to as an artist who is breaking into the industry. You aspire to reach even a tidbit of the amount of success that Vinnie Barrett has achieved. I mean, she's just a tremendous person. And just a couple of the songs that she's written, as I said, Love Won't Let Me Wait, 3-Ring Circus, Sideshow, Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. I mean, the list goes on. And these are hits that I grew up listening to. Subsequent generations after me, they love these songs as if it was fresh, hot off the press. And I mean, these as I said, these are songs that will outlast us. That's just how enduring these hits are. And that's a testament to the overwhelming talent that Vinnie Barrett has. And I just want you guys to gather from the interview what I gathered, right? So when you guys look at this, okay? So I'm going to just start, before we jump into the interview, I'm going to play one of her big hits, Love Won't Let Me Wait, as performed by the legendary Major Harris. And then from that, we're going to jump right into this interview with the incomparable Vinnie Barrett. Beautiful person, beautiful person. So stay tuned.
love's got me high. Please tell me yes, and don't say no, honey, not tonight. I need to have you next to me in more ways than one, and I refuse to leave till I see the morning sun creep through your window pane. 'Cause love won't let me wait. Not one more minute, baby. The time is right. Turn down the lights and take my hand. We'll take a flight and spend the night in Wonderland. Now move a little close to me. You owe it to yourself, and I will selfishly take a little for myself, and it's because of you that love won't let me wait. No, listen, girl. I need your love so desperately, and only you can set me free. When I make love to you, we'll explode in ecstasy, and I won't take the blame. That love won't let me wait. No, love won't let me wait. My temperature's rising, 'cause you're so tantalizing. Oh, listen, girl. Love won't let me wait. I'm guaranteed to inspire. Just let me take you high. Oh, baby. And love won't let me wait. No, girl. Ain't it sweet? Oh, baby, every time we meet. Oh, yeah. And love won't let me wait. No, no. Love won't let me wait.
So, Vinnie Barrett, thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come onto the show and talk with me and let everybody else experience the happiness that I'm experiencing and have you on the show as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Lavelle. And as a fellow Washington, D.C. Person, you were born in Washington, D.C. I was born in Washington, D.C. So it's a
Absolutely.
pleasure. It's a pleasure to
Absolutely.
be here with you today. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. My absolute pleasure. So I don't want to waste your time. So I have some questions I want to ask you that I've been itching to ask for a while to get inside your head there. And the first question, with you, what's happening? Okay, so um, you have so many. Your music was actually like pivotal part of my childhood. Things I listened to growing up, and it's songs that I remember this day like it was yesterday. And one of the ones is, of course, "Love Won't Let Me Wait." That was like that was a big one for me. At some of the pivotal moments of my life, crucial moments. That song was there, right? And so, of course, I have a very good, deep appreciation for everything that you do. So, what I wanted to know from you is, with as far as like your initial inspiration, like were there any things that served as initial inspirations for you to get into this industry?
Well, as you know, my partner Bobby Eli and myself.
Mhm.
Bobby Eli is a guitar player for MFSB,
Okay.
and I work for Kenny Gamble,
Oh
Philadelphia
yeah,
International Records. Gamble, Huff, and Bell, Tom Bell, can't forget him.
that's
And I had written a lot of songs up there, and he had written a lot of songs up there. So when we got together, we collaborated, and it was a great partnership. And so, in speaking on that particular moment and that particular inspiration, I think we were just wanting to write a great love song,
okay.
and we wanted to give it a twist about, taking a woman out and being so in love with her that, you didn't want to leave her. And so that was the storyline of Love Won't Let Me Wait, the lyrics meaning, and I refuse to leave until I see the morning sun creep through your window pane meant I
Yeah,
wanted to stay the night. So
exactly.
that was how that worked out.
That song, and that the thing about the track that resonates with me is that's the in my opinion true love. That's real love. We've gotten so far away from that in today's time, and I think that's why another reason why that song just stays with me all these years. I mean, I'm pushing 50 years old, and that song is just as fresh a part of my life as it's always been. And there are so many people who put out love songs nowadays, and they're very nice, but very few capture the,
Thank you.
oh, you did it. Very few people capture the essence of real love. That's what I grew up with. And that's why I said it was such a pivotal moment of my childhood, because that's being a gentleman and things like that. I learned that from the time period. And that song was one of those, where those lessons came from. So
Right.
I have that's why I was so deeply wanting to have you on this show, because you are a crucial part of my life, whether you know it or not.
Thank you.
You're
And
very welcome.
here's the secret about that song.
Okay.
You never know whether she let him spend the night.
No, it's like suspense there, like leave you hanging, right?
Right.
All right.
This was his love song to her, and he loved her. And of course, they had been, dating for a while. And he had decided that this was going to be the night, but you never heard her say whether she was going to do it or not.
You know why? Because she was being a lady. That's how
Yes,
you
she
supposed.
was.
That's right. She was being a lady.
Yes, she
And
was.
that's the other thing. That very important in life in general. Is that people behave with class. That
Yes,
show that song implies class on both parts. For him and for her. So
right.
you were definitely very deeply in tune with with that when putting that song together.
Yeah,
So
well, I was in tune with him,
yeah,
being in love with her and not
exactly.
wanting to leave. But a lot of people never ask me that. And I always have to say that, you never know what she said.
That's right. That
That's a bit,
cliffhanger,
yeah.
that good cliffhanger. That's yeah. And it's like you can. It kind of people who grew up listening to that song. It's sort of they can sort of write their own. ending to it, you know. But that
Yes,
song, it sets up perfectly for that whole scenario, you know, that
right.
wonderful scenario. So I
Yeah.
appreciate
Well,
it.
we were very fortunate and very grateful to have Major Harris record the song, and Bobby, of course, we did the whole album
Yeah,
with Major, and that was the first song off the album, and it carried the whole album, thank God.
yeah,
And but I've had 52 covers on it, including my wonderful Luther Vandross.
yeah, yeah. No, he
He's
did a
amazing.
great rendition as well. Yeah,
Oh,
he sure did. Certainly did.
yeah, he sort of tried to take it away from Major, but can't deal
Not
with the
happening,
original.
huh?
No, it was an
Uh,
original.
so what was your was that, or what was your first certified hit?
My first certified hit with Bobby was I Just Don't Want to Be Lonely.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That
And
was
that
one of
was,
my favorites. Yeah.
oh, thank you. And that was recorded by Ronnie Dyson
Okay.
of the Grease fame. He was a very famous um, artist on the play level in New York City.
Okay.
And Tommy Bell recorded Ronnie, and that song was on the album One Man Band.
Okay.
And so somehow or another, Ronnie and CBS got a little crossed, and it was 60 with a bullet when they got a cross reference. And then the main ingredient picked up the song and made it a number one song, R&B.
Oh, okay. That's who I primarily remember. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And another song that captures that beautiful innocence of youth, you know, of love, you know, and that's just one of the things that I love about your work is that it's just it's real life, you know, it's like real life
yeah,
and with class, you know, and I just you just don't have that a lot out there. It's great stuff, as I said, but just not like that.
right. Well, back in the 70s, it was all love songs. Gamble Huff and Bell did nothing but write a lot of love songs, and
Mhm.
Philadelphia was just flourishing with music, and so
Yeah.
it behooved us to write just real love songs, R&B.
I don't mind when you say
so much talent, came out of Philadelphia area. A lot of talent has come from there. So
Yes.
what was that experience like for you? What was it like working with Gamble and Huff? And
Oh, fantastic. I came up there in my purple Chevrolet. I had a convertible purple
uh,
Chevrolet, and I threw my guitar in the back seat and drove up there. And I broke down on the Schuylkill Expressway,
okay,
and I was waving, for someone to stop and help me, and a car pulled up behind me. And when the guy got out, he asked me. He said, "What are you doing up on the expressway? Broke down." He looked at my tags. He said, "Oh, you're from D.C." He said, "What are you doing up here?" He said, "I said I'm going to see Gamble, Huff and Bell." He said, "Oh, I work for them."
wow,
I said, "You do?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Norman Harris." And I said, "Oh, you're the guitar player lead for MFSB." And he said, "Yes."
wow,
And his partner got out, Alan Felder. They were partnered together in music. And so he called for a pickup truck to tow my car to his repair shop.
okay.
And he and Alan took me to my first interview with Kenny Gamble. And that's how I got to the appointment.
Wow.
And so when I got to the appointment, I played some songs on the guitar for him. And he says, "You play folk music?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, we don't write exactly like that, but why don't you just stick around and hear what we do, and come up. I know you live a long way in DC, but whenever you can, come up." And so that became my second home.
Okay.
And I started writing for various groups around town, and within the Gamble Huff and Bell stable, writing for various artists. And that's when the music started really happening.
Yeah, like the hits start rolling in.
Yeah.
Wow. And what I like about that story, that's sort of like that whole incident with the highway. That's sort of like confirmation, right? That this
Yeah.
is this is what you were meant to do. I mean, you can't get a better confirmation than that. When you have
Yes.
to have the breakdown and then have someone associated with the very people that you're working with
It
help
was
you.
really, it was really spiritual, Lavelle,
Yeah.
because Norman became such a part of my life as a friend. I mean, Norman actually produced and wrote the Blue Magic first album, and he actually arranged and produced the song Sideshow that Bobby and I wrote as
Okay.
well. That became a big hit for Blue Magic. Um, so that was really spiritual to have that, happen.
Wow.
That he was the first person that I met when I came to Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's not coincidence. That's
No, I
not
don't think
coincidence.
so.
Yeah, and that's fate. As you said, that's spiritual. That's like God saying, "Hey, I'm going to give you some extra. Just to let you know that you're on exactly where you're supposed to be." Boom. And that's incredible. That's actually incredible.
Yeah, that's what having faith is all about. God
Exactly.
can just walk you into a situation that you pray about and you dream
Hmm.
about. And I had been dreaming and writing songs a while before I even came to Philadelphia. So it was like a culmination, an
Yeah.
affirmation of God saying, "Yes, you're in the right place."
And that's what happens when you let, I always say, I always tell people that God is the captain of my ship. He's the captain of my ship. And where he steers, that's where I'm going to go because I
Uh,
know that where he's taking me is exactly where I'm supposed to be, And so to hear you say that, it's just that it's nice to hear other stories of people who uh, have allowed God to captain their vessel and you
Absolutely.
see the great rewards that come out of that, so wow, and so many people, countless generations, and are still being blessed by your work. I mean, tremendously blessed,
I'm
and
super grateful for that.
you know
I'm super,
you never know. I realize, you just never know how deep, just how far reaching the things you do are. You know it's reaching, it's impacting so many people, but you never know just how far reaching it is. Um, so to have you on the show speaking to me, it's just it's beyond gratifying to have you here because it's just and to hear your story. I don't know who very few people. It's good for the listeners and those who may watch the show to hear this because
Well, it's my pleasure. My
yeah,
pleasure.
they have their dreams and their goals and things like that they're
Yeah.
trying to accomplish. And what you're saying is like, whoa, you just gave them like serious inspiration just now in what you said.
I'm seriously, wholeheartedly telling them that whatever they're dreaming is really going to happen if they just continue to follow their dream, continue to believe in it, continue to work towards it. It's there. It's going to happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what would you regard on a personal and professional level? What would you regard as your greatest achievements in life? Is there anything that you look at?
Oh, well, number one, my greatest achievements are my children. I have 4 children.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
with that said, after that, I would say my spiritual understanding with
Okay.
my walk of faith, and then my music career, which took me a long way, to many roads, to many um, galas, to many meetings of different people who were very super famous, and
Yeah.
to have them grace my songs with their
Yeah.
great voices. I think that's the greatest. I mean, I could say a whole lot, but I just want to tell all of them, the ones that are gone, even, that I'm super grateful
Yeah.
for meeting them and having their input into my music. So it's just really, I'm just like a little girl when I think about it.
Yeah, yeah, it makes you all giddy inside, and it does something for you, to know that other people appreciate what you do,
Yes,
because you work hard at it. You put countless hours, and uh, who knows when the last time you got any sleep and all this kind of stuff like that, and to see it come out, and other people who believe in it, they do their part in the track, and it ends up becoming a massive hit. That's like it's a feeling that can't be described.
right.
Um, it's just it's indescribable. So I can definitely I can see it as I speak to you now, like it's genuine. That's like genuine appreciation and gratitude. And I just yeah, I love that.
Yeah. When I think about it, I catch my breath.
Hurry, hurry, step right up. See the Sideshow in town for only 50 cents.
Step right up, hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friends, stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend. It'll only cost you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you'll see that he is sad. He hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guarantee sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears, so many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Step right on in. Step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make
The Keynote Cafe is brought to you by Cosmic Sun Entertainment, whereby you can get anything from film composition services for film and television to screenwriting services, as well as music production and songwriting services, and what have you. Whatever it is that you might need, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to help you in some way, shape, or form. You can contact them for more information or for their services at Cosmic Sun Entertainment at Outlook.com. You will also find them on Instagram at Cosmic Sun Entertainment, as well as Facebook, also at Cosmic Sun Entertainment. Get in touch with them. They're a great company. I can attest to that. All right, have a good one. As a professional with years of experience with regard to the music industry, where do you see the industry heading? Do you see things getting easier or better for new and aspiring artists, or otherwise, or
Well, it's certainly not the way that it used to be, where you would just have your audiences with your producers, or record label execs, that you would have to bring your music to, and they would have to and it was something called A&R back in our day.
yeah,
The A&R guy generally had to listen to the music before you even got to the executive.
yeah,
So, but today, it's just like everything is on the internet.
yeah,
And, though it gives a lot of songwriters a kind of a ownership privilege to have to do their music and to have it on the internet without having to go through all these channels.
yeah,
Um, there's still a need for record companies. There's still a need for the hands-on of an
yeah,
artist. We don't have a lot of children playing instruments as
no,
much as they used to. So I just tell all the young people, I mean, no matter what age, learn an instrument.
hmm,
I know you have your beat boxes, and I know you have your your little mini studios and mini this and mini that, but learn how to play an instrument, because it gives you a wider perspective of what you're feeling in your heart,
yeah,
instead of pulling up something, because sometimes I pull up um, a beat, or a track, and because I work different ways in writing,
Okay.
and I'll gear towards that. But back in the days, we just geared toward our hearts.
Yeah.
So whatever we played came out, and that was really, spiritual as well. But I would say learn your instruments, and I would say also to learn this music business, to learn what ownership is, to learn that you do own whatever you write, and whether you want to share it or not is up to you. But I want you to know that when you share it, that's almost a lifetime partnership
Yep.
with somebody. So just be careful with your negotiations, and just make sure you're making the right moves in your music career.
That's extremely true advice. My son, he's 7, and I've been trying to work with him to teach him the piano, like his
Yes.
dad. And he's coming along very well. But I think that's what you said is very true. Um, a lot of people don't play instruments nowadays, and I think it's very important that that they devote themselves to some kind of instrument, because I think that, and even what you said regarding record labels, there was a certain it's the word I'm looking for. There was a certain sort of direction and sort of molding of an artist that took place back in the day that's not there anymore. Um, and I think as a result, with so many things being at uh, these new people's disposal nowadays, I think that there's some things missing that should still be there that's not there like it was back in the day. The
Right.
A&R person, a lot of things that helped mold you into a very marketable artist, and things that helped you just maintain great musicianship. Things are missing. That used to be there that are not. And yes, with all the tools at their disposal, it's easier to get out there and push yourself. But along with that, you're taking on a lot of roles, and whereas like you probably would rather just be focusing on your art, right? Instead of all the
Yes.
other
Yes.
things associated with it.
Yes. But I do advise you to listen to a whole lot of music, a lot
Yeah,
different genres: country,
yeah.
jazz,
Hmm.
opera, um, all of the blues, and the big orchestra. The days of the big orchestras
Yeah.
was, they had a lot of melodies going on. So I think that when you formulate a rich
Hmm.
uh, listening and a rich knowledge of all different kind of genres, it gives you an opportunity to jump in anywhere that you feel
Hmm.
that you want to write towards. Because I love country and I
Yeah.
love jazz, you know. So, and I did grow up on opera too. My father was
Hmm.
a piano player, and he was from Philadelphia too. He was from Germantown.
Okay.
So it was kind of really spiritual there that I went to Philadelphia because he was born there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I just say, learn as much as you can,
Hmm.
and keep your ears to whatever music that you like, and then
Yeah.
some you don't like, because you can learn a lot from music that you say, oh, I don't want to hear that, but
Yeah.
you can learn a lot from that.
You're so right. When you open yourself up to multiple genres, and when you do that, what you'll find is that there actually is no genre. It's just music. It's just music. And what you're listening to, what comes off as genres, as people label it, is just different interpretations. These people interpreted this music this way when they came up with it, and it caught on the style or whatever the sound. But um, I'm a big fan of opera, a very big fan of classical. That's kind of how I
Yeah.
got into the whole film composing bit, because of my love for that.
Yes,
Um,
classical, awesome.
I love it. You know, what I love about it is the complexity. You know, the complexity of it is, and when you hear it all come together, and it's the sound. You know, that just that the sound of it when it's playing. You know, and
Yeah.
it just did something for me. And that's one of the things I love about Ray Charles is that he just he took gospel and he was in the country and things like that, and he just made it his own. You know,
He
and
sure did.
yeah, and
He
and
sure did.
look at the legacy he's left behind. You know,
Oh my
because of
God.
that
Now
guy.
that you mentioned that, when I was a little girl, my mom brought me my first record player for Christmas.
Mhm.
And the first song that I had as a 45 was his song, Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying,
All right.
Ray Charles. The first song that I heard on the record player was Ray Charles. And I played it, I burned the 45 up.
That guy, wow.
Yeah, he's an enigma. He's
Yeah.
one of my heroes.
Georgia on My Mind is
Oh
one of
Lord.
my favorites because you hear the gospel, you hear the
Yeah.
country, you hear the different things that's intermingled in that track and he just took it and then the passion that he exhibited performing it, it just that song it holds a special place in my heart.
Oh
I'm not even
God.
from Georgia, but hey, I was. It made me wish I was from Georgia and listen to that song because the way he did it, it was a great song, And so yeah, I can definitely.
What about I Can't Stop Loving You?
I can't stop loving you. You
Yeah.
know that the thing with me is I if I love his music, I admittedly may not know all of the titles,
Yeah.
but I can almost think of that melody as you when you say that. But there's
I
a
know you remember it. I can't stop
there
loving
you
you.
yeah there you
I've
go.
made my
I love
mind.
that. Now
Awesome song. Yeah.
talk about country and stuff intermingled in that. That guy is he'll never ever be forgotten. And
Oh,
his
he was a trailblazer.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And his music is still impacting people to this day, whether they even know it or not. You know,
Oh, it's a,
So you said definitely some very important things that people need to hear because I think that we've gotten away from very important things that especially artists that they need that I think would kind of help them have a more fine-tuned success versus
yes.
how they're kind of doing things now. Although I respect everybody's grind, but
Yeah.
there's some things missing, important
Yeah.
things that are missing.
Well, there's such a rich history in music,
Yeah,
period, that when you go all the way back, you'll get the really raw, heartfelt, long-lasting music
yeah,
that you can just simply enjoy. A lot of the songs these days are just really catchy sing-alongs,
hmm
and they're tracks that go on forever with the same. Some of
yeah,
them have two beats in it,
yeah,
and then they'll have a break change,
yeah,
where somebody might do some rapping, which is cool. I love
yeah,
rapping,
hmm
but the substance of it and the
hmm
the re-recordability
yeah,
of the song gets missing because you got a lot of one-hit wonders out there
yeah,
that once the
yeah.
song is done, it's over. you
That's it.
know
Absolutely. And I think that there's obviously a place for that music.
Absolutely, yeah.
But to the point where but for it to have become to where the the writing from your heart,
Yeah.
not writing to come up with some catchy hook, to sell records, but writing from your heart on those things that really connect with real life experiences that everybody go through. You don't hear that anymore, And my only gripe is that we've gotten away from it. The new stuff that's out there, hey, fine, great. I love a lot of it, but I just think that we need to return to, in addition to that, back to the things that come from deep inside of you,
Yeah.
because as I said, your music and a lot of other artists, the stuff that they wrote that I listened to growing up was connecting with experiences I was going through in my life and may not have
Yeah.
known how to handle. And that song or songs helped me sort of navigate my way through them, you know?
Right.
And
Right.
those are the things that we've gotten away from that,
Yeah. The real stories,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
real story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to talk about the booty call, and that kind of thing. I hope you're not, going crazy on this radio show, but
No, you're good.
uh, you just after that's done, you really there's no crossover with it. There's
Yeah.
no longevity to it.
No.
So, and I just want to get back to saying I love all genres and appreciate
Hmm.
all genres of music, but
Hmm.
when I write, I want to write something that's meaningful that lasts a long time.
Yeah. Something that generations upon generations later, they're still playing it. And
Yeah,
when they're hearing it, it sounds brand new, like it's fresh out of the oven, because
yeah,
that relatable even that many years later, That's the kind of music that I like, along with all
timeless.
the other stuff. Yeah, there you go. The timeless classics,
Ti- Yeah.
the songs that never grow old. They're always fresh and new, you know. So thank you very much for those wonderful words of advice and encouragement. So are there any additional words of encouragement that you might have for anyone who um, is aspiring to be an artist or work in some capacity in the music industry? Any guidance you can provide additionally?
I would say, excuse me, I would say the just to stay focused on your goals, um, and to I'm not a minister, I'm not a pastor, but just like try not to get caught up in the
Yeah,
isms and schisms of the
yeah,
music world, and you'll find yourself living to be maybe a ripe old age. We don't
right.
know when, yeah, we don't know when anybody's going to go, but um, I would say just make it so that the longevity lasts with the music and
Hmm.
you. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
There are distractions that can kind of veer you off
definitely
path,
distract.
and then you have those other distractions in the industry that can be career ending or ruining. So you're very right. You got to have a focus. You got to have uh, uh, um, your eyes on the prize, and just keep moving toward that, and stay, as you said, stay focused, and and be yourself, but always keep your eye on the prize, and don't let distractions and the isms, as you said, take you off course,
Yeah,
because it's very important.
yeah. Stay focused on your goals, your family. Make a list of your goals and check them out. Periodically. Make sure you're still on
Hmm.
track. Because people get off track, and the really really talented people. I mean,
Yeah,
people that could have just rode the waves of music um, got lost.
yeah,
And so keep from that happening, it's a good thing to always check with your goals and stay focused on your imagination of what you
hmm,
want to do. Um,
hmm,
that goes for any business that you might want to be in.
yeah. That's like
Hmm.
life in
Yeah,
general.
that's
It's
life.
like you want to do that because um, there's so many things out there that can veer you off course.
Yes.
So you're absolutely 100% right. So are there any new projects or collaborations on the horizon?
Yes, right now, I'm working very closely with a lot of the people in the industry. I don't know whether I should mention names,
No, that's fine.
because that's good because a lot of the songs are written and a lot of the songs have found a home.
Yeah,
And so I can't mention them because, I'd like to say this has a home and it's released,
yeah,
and this is out and this is out. But if they're unreleased, I'm I'm not opposed to calling them out personally. But I do have a lot of projects in the
yeah.
works, and very fine people are involved.
Of course.
Yes.
I would never take you for working with anyone that was not
No, I
proper.
can't. I don't have time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this very much. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for taking time out to talk to me and to come on the
You're
show.
welcome, Lavelle. I hope to get a chance to meet you, to sit down and talk to you one day.
Yes, yes. Let's make a
Since you're my
plan.
homie.
That's right. That's right. DC head, fellow DC head. Yeah, I know that's hey, that's even more reason why we should do it. So
Yes.
yes, let's definitely make a plan that according to how things kind of progress here, uh, in the world.
Yeah, we're under isolation.
Yeah, but at least there's a light, so to speak. At the end of the tunnel. If you want to see it
Yes.
that way, and at least we're seeing that now versus a year ago. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So thank you
Am,
again.
am I am I allowed to show you some of my background?
Please, yes, please. Oh wow.
That's some of the gold. And can I move?
Yes, yes, please, of course.
Okay. And this is Luther up here.
Oh wow.
You can see. And I'll take you on a walk down
Wow.
the wall of
The Wall of
uh,
Fame.
yeah, the wall of fame. This is
Wow.
BMI. A lot of the different times when we got awards. Myself and Bobby with me. This is the spinners up here. And yeah,
Wow.
a lot of 11 BMIs. And then we
Yeah.
turn this way and we have like the greater accomplishments of the songs as they went along. Because, you get different achievement awards like 2 million airplay for Sideshow. I just don't want to be lonely. Love Won't Let Me Wait. 2 million.
Wow.
So
Oh
it's
my
just
gosh.
been every time I walk down my wall, I'm reminded that you better be doing something, girl.
Yeah, that's tremendous. I mean, that's tremendous. That's wow. That's just so. To all the people who are watching, who have the privilege of watching as opposed to listening, if you just saw that, you're seeing the results of hard work, pure talent, dedication, love,
Love.
and oh wow, that's you can't. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just like great. That's tremendous. And as I said, as someone who admires you, admires your work, you 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 can't know what this means to me. What you just did, what this means to me. It's just there's nothing that anyone can want to do that they can't accomplish with hard work.
That's
That's what I
true.
get from this.
That's true. And my greatest, I think I wake up every day to inspire. I mean, my Facebook is a testimony to that. And just
Yes.
writing songs, writing poems. Um, just, I care about people. I care
Yes.
about um, what this life is going to be like for people.
Mhm.
How they're going to make it. And also I care about what they think about themselves because we're royalty, we're kings and queens.
Absolutely.
Um, and we shouldn't fall for any kind of hype that we're not necessary or,
Right.
we're second class citizens. And when I speak to that, I'm speaking to, of
Hmm.
course, racism because
Absolutely.
we need to understand that, you know, we don't believe everything that somebody says about us. We know our history,
Yeah.
and we live our history, and we honor our
Hmm.
history. And that way, I think that we go higher up on the scale of life because of the pride and the knowledge and wisdom that we know about our history and the history
Hmm.
of the whole world, as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
Um, it'll definitely create a better person in you to be closer to your creator and closer to what you want to do with your life.
Absolutely. and
Yeah.
and knowing yourself, where you come from, knowing that you come from royalty, knowing that you come from kings and queens, that you are yourself king and a queen. Um,
Yes.
you have to you have to come to terms with that first, I think, before you
Yep.
can even really get into
Yes.
the other things as far as like dreams and goals and aspirations. Because if you don't know yourself and feel good about yourself and know what you're really capable of and who you really are, it's going to reflect in your work and everything else that you do. You
It
know,
will.
so that this is very inspiring to me. You know, and I consider myself a routinely inspired all the time. But you just lifted my level of being inspired to newfound heights just by doing what you did. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And
Well,
people
that's
who
my
are watching
daily
this
goal,
show,
Val. That's my
thank
daily
you,
goal to inspire.
thank
I mean,
you.
I think that is the most blessed thing that you could ever do in your day. If you wake up and go through your whole day and go to bed without ever inspiring anyone, I don't
Yeah,
think you've done a great job. I think you
yeah,
just need to be a light,
yeah.
you know.
Kind of a day
To be,
wasted, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what we should all be doing. We should all be trying to lift each other up, not tear each other down. Um,
that's right.
work together for common goals and not work against each other.
That's right.
Not think that one is above the other, but everybody have the individual pride in themselves. You know, and the
That's
confidence
right.
that they
That's
can do
right.
it. You know, we all have something. Each person, every one of us, that we should be very proud of.
Yes. And I think that when you glorify others' talents, I think that you enlighten and you heighten your own talents.
Absolutely.
When I see all of my different the people that I associate with, the hit records, and no matter who the artist with, I'm clapping, I'm
Yeah.
congratulating, whether I'm with them or whether I'm just at home, I'm
Hmm.
appreciating them because um, I think jealousy gets in the way of creativity anyway, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of bad emotions gets in the way of
Yeah.
your creativity. Um, when someone else does something good, it's like you're doing something
Yeah.
good. It's the same
Hmm.
thing because we're all one people.
Be proud of
We're
them
all
and let
yes,
them let them know how proud you are of them. You know,
absolutely.
I've always been against competition in any
Yeah,
sort, but particularly in the music industry. I just believe that we should all be just doing what we love and
yes,
reaping the benefits of it. You know, quite simply,
yes.
there's enough success for everybody. There's
That's true. And
more.
and when I'm giving bad energies off about what you're doing and what you're not doing and all like that, it's sort of blocking my own blessings. And I'm instead of me doing that, I'm looking to hear and to see what you can do, what you've done musically that would enhance me.
Yeah,
So it's very important for me to listen and to appreciate.
yeah,
That way, I'm enhanced. I'm good with it.
yeah. That's
And
that's
it does go a long way. That
it
goes a
does.
long, yeah.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. I mean, it'll go far beyond your life, you know,
Yeah.
because and it's something that you can carry down. You can carry down to the next generation, and they can, so forth and so on. Those are like those enduring lessons that will impact everybody, and
Yes.
it's so important that we come together and work together. But as a people, as Black
As
people,
people.
uh,
Yes.
it's so important that we know who we are. Because when you're confident
Absolutely.
in who you are, nobody can say anything to you to tear you down. You know.
No, and I think we all matter. They have these things going on. We matter over here. We matter. We all matter. And we're supposed to recognize
Mhm.
that not one race of people matters. We all matter as people. We all
Mhm.
help to create this existence, and we all should be getting the acclimates and the reparations of the fact that we all help to create this world. And we need to create a better world. We need to start doing that right now
Yeah.
to
We've
create a
been
better world. Yeah.
spending so much time at each other's throats.
Oh, yeah. That's a bad
Meanwhile,
energy.
the world's burning down around us, and we're not taking
Yeah.
enough notice of it. So
Sure. because you're gonna get what you strive for. Whatever you're striving for, that's what you're gonna get. So you have to be careful where you put your energies. And I love music. I still do. I'm always gonna love music.
It's a part of you.
And yeah, it's the biggest part of me.
Yeah.
So it's just necessary to stay focused, stay happy, stay in love with it. Stay in love with it. I mean, you got to stay in love with it.
That's why you can't allow those distractions and the competition stuff to get in the way. Just focus on why you're doing it and focus on your love for it and keep it there. That's it.
Keep it right there.
Vinnie Barrett, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've been blessed by your being a guest on the show today. Thank you so much.
Lavelle Powell, I've been blessed by being on your show, and I appreciate you asking me to be on.
My pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day. God blessings to you and yours.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we'll be in touch.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I know you enjoyed it. I know you enjoyed it. Huh? What do you say? What do you think, huh? Vinnie Barrett, what a great, profound interview with her. And as you saw and heard yourself, she shared some of the most valuable information that I think you'll ever need to listen to and hear. And we got to take a fabulous tour of her beautiful home to see just some of the accomplishments that she has garnered over the years. As you can see, she is highly accomplished, and that's why I have such a deeply rooted respect for her, not just as a musician and a person in the industry myself, but just as a person in general. Right? She's just a beautiful soul, and I just enjoyed that interview to the greatest possible extent. I mean, she's just a wonderful person. So Vinnie Barrett, thank you again. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on to the Keynote Cafe and share a wealth of knowledge and experience for everybody to see. So as you can see, as you saw also from that interview, you know, when you keep your focus and your trust on God, let Him rule your life, He'll take you places. He'll do it. As you can see, she exemplifies that. And so a tremendous interview. I just enjoyed it so much, so much. So hey, the Keynote Cafe, www.thekeynotecafe.com. Okay, go there to learn more about the show if you do not know already, and learn more about me. You can go there and get information about our upcoming guests. You can go there and any contests or anything that we're giving or promoting, you can learn about that. Also, we have the Keynote Cafe membership plans that you can go and take advantage of. And the proceeds from that goes to giving you guys new and improved, constantly improving experiences on the show. It helps with getting the guests. It helps with a lot of different things that we have to work on in order to keep this show as top notch as humanly possible, right? We're always trying to outdo ourselves, and everything that you guys do by taking advantage of the Keynote Cafe membership plans enables us to do that. So we just thank you so much for all that you do and all that you've done. And I really hope that you enjoyed the show. By the way, we are on social media. We are on Instagram at the Keynote Cafe. We're also on Facebook at the Keynote Cafe. So you can go there and learn more, any celebrity birthdays or any information related to the industry. You can learn more about that. And just keep up with any news associated with the industry via the Keynote Cafe, huh? A lot of great things in store, a lot of great things that have happened. I want to let you guys know as well that a movie that I composed a score for called Guns and Grams, and that poster behind me right there, Guns and Grams, that movie just landed worldwide distribution. worldwide distribution. Let me tell you why that happened, right? Well, it was destined to happen anyway, but what happened was it was being released in select theaters. But every time it hit a theater, it kept selling out. I mean, it was selling out, like gone, tickets gone, sold out. And of course, it just served to get the attentions of Hollywood and let them see just how much of a powerhouse film this was. And so, hey, as a result, Guns and Grams will very, 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 very soon be released to audiences across the globe. What do you guys think about that, huh? Great news, huh? So I'm happy, very privileged to have been a part of that process and helping to give this movie its grand standing and its constantly increasing standing in Hollywood and worldwide. So more information will be coming up about that real soon. I'll make sure to provide you with that as well. So hey, thank you guys very much from the absolute bottom of my heart for coming onto the show and listening and watching. And I can't wait to see you again very soon next week when we will be introducing our next guest. And hey, you will enjoy that one as you enjoyed this one, as you enjoyed the episodes prior to this one. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Have a good day. Till next time. Love you guys.
The whistle blows as he makes his rounds. He's seen every town west of Mississippi. He's just a face painted all in smiles, jumping up and down and making people happy. Though deep inside a shadow grows, he could let them know one knows there's a lonely man inside. Life is a three-ring circus, all of the ups and downs of a carousel that I know so well. Life is a three-ring circus, just one little ride on a merry-go-round, going round and round and round and round and round. He does the dance like the minstrels did, just to please the kids and keep the people laughing. But no one knows that beneath the clothes and his turned up nose lives a lonely beggar. He needs the love he spreads around, but in life he's just a clown till they bring the curtain down. Life is a three-ring circus, all of the ups and downs of a carousel that I know so well. Life is a three-ring circus, just one little ride on the merry-go-round, going round and round and round and round and He needs the love that can't be found. Are you just too blind to see that the clown is really me? Life is a three ups and downs of a carousel that I know so well. Life is a three-ring circus, just one day to ride on a